Hey, what's up, boxing fans? Miguel Maravilla here with you, bringing you a preview of the Canelo Berlanga undercard. This pay-per-view undercard features pretty decent matchups. In the co-feature, we got former world champion Danny Garcia taking on 41-year-old champion Erislandy Lara of Cuba. This is a middleweight attraction, pretty interesting. As mentioned, you got the former world champion Danny Garcia. He's working his way back. And then you have Lara, who has pretty much been on a roll ever since dropping on the scene. He's become one of the most difficult fighters to beat, very elusive. Then we also have a super middleweight feature, as you have former world champion Caleb Plant taking on undefeated Trevor McCumby. This is a solid matchup. You got Plant that's working his way back into a world title shot. He's looking to become a champion once again. McCumby, of course, undefeated, looking to make a name for himself, looking to make his big splash. And then also you have super lightweights Rolly Romero taking on Jaimes. This is Rolly's return to the ring after that knockout to Pitbull. And then you have Jaimes, who's looking to crack into the super lightweight, looking to make him name for himself. But we shall see how this undercard transpires. Take a look at this preview. Canelo Berlanga pay-per-view undercard goes down Saturday, September 14th, live on pay-per-view. Super lightweights Rolly Romero and Manuel Jaimes square off. Jaimes, 16-1-1, 11 knockouts from San Jose, California. He won a unanimous decision over former world champion Jonathan Romero in his last fight. Now he takes on another Romero and steps up in competition as he takes on Rolly Romero with a record of 15-12, 13 knockouts from Las Vegas. His only two defeats came at the hands of Hank Davis and Isaac Pitbull Cruz in his last fight. Now he looks to get back in the win column against Manuel Jaimes. I'm going to go with Rolly Romero on this one. I feel he's, he has to work his way back. I feel this is the perfect matchup for him. He does have the experience over Jaimes. So I see him winning this fight by decision. I'm pretty sure Jaimes is going to come with everything to, give it his all. But again, expect a Rolly Romero victory in this one. Super middleweights Caleb Plant, the former world champion, and undefeated Trevor McCumby square off. For McCumby, with a record of 28-0, 21 knockouts, he won a unanimous decision over Christopher Pearson in his last fight. For Plant, the former world champion, 22-2, 13 knockouts. His only two defeats came at the hands of Saul Canelo Alvarez and David Benavides in dropping a decision in his last fight. This is perhaps the most interesting fight in the pay-per-view card. I really like this matchup. I really think this is gonna steal the show. It's gonna be it's an even matchup. You have undefeated McCumby looking to make a name for himself, and then you have Plant. Like I mentioned, he wants to become world champion again. But in this fight, I just see the experience factor playing the role here. I think Caleb Plant, his experience overcomes McCumby. McCumby really hasn't faced the opposition, doesn't really have the experience as Plant. So I expect Plant to win in a dominant fashion, possibly late stoppage or easy decision win. And the co-feature bout, Cuba's Erislandy Lara and Philadelphia's Danny Garcia square off. The middleweight bout for Garcia, with a record of 37-3, 21 knockouts. His last defeat came at the hands of Errol Spence back in 21. And then he bounced back, winning a majority decision over Jose Benavides, that fight taking place 2 years ago, 2022. Now he returns to the ring to take on Erislandy Lara of Cuba, 30-3, 18 knockouts. His last defeat came at the hands of Jared Hurd back in 2018. Since then, he has one draw and then won 6 straight, and he is coming off a second-round knockout over Michael Sarafa. This matchup, it's another solid matchup, a co-feature. I see this fight. I see Lara being his slick, elusive self in this one. However, I think the age starts to become a factor here. I don't think his mobility is as it was once. And then you have Garcia. He's a very good fighter, very good boxer, knows how to break down the style, knows how to dissect, good counter puncher. But I feel like if Lara still has it in him, if he still has a little bit left in the tank, I could see him beating Danny Garcia handedly. However, you do have Garcia, that's the younger fighter. He is up there, 36 years old, but it depends what matchup it is. It depends what Lara comes into the fight. But I expect Danny Garcia to win this fight and work his way back to to champion. Hopefully get a good matchup after this. But this will be a very interesting matchup.